Here comes a trailer truck out on the open highway, miles from the nearest town. Let's say it's important for someone to get in touch with the drivers of this outfit. How can it be done? Watch.
CL4 3592. This is Joe.
Hello, Joe. This is Bill. Where are you boys now?
There you have it. A practical example of modern communication.
Okay, I'll call George. This is WJ6-9233. Give me Adams 2-6635.
Lee Construction Company, Barton speaking.
This is mobile telephone service. In this service, conversations travel partway by radio, partway by telephone lines. In order to reach vehicles traveling the highways between cities, a number of transmitting and receiving stations connected to telephone lines are spaced at intervals along the highway so that one will always be in range of the moving vehicle. The antennas are placed preferably on high ground because the high frequency waves are limited in distance to the line of sight. All Bill had to do was to call the truck on the mobile telephone service with which all his transports were equipped. The call from Bill's office to the telephone building then went out over regular telephone lines, past several towns, to the telephone building in Centerville. The mobile service operator at that point handled the call so that it went out on the air from an antenna located near Centerville. The truck was in the vicinity and responded with its own transmitting equipment. In the radio part of calls between vehicles and mobile service stations, frequency modulation, FM, is utilized to ensure high-quality transmission. Except for the radio part of the conversation, the calls travel back and forth over telephone lines. Another type of mobile telephone service was used when our friend Mac called from his mobile telephone. This service is designed to provide a means of communication for those who travel in city areas as well as those who travel along intercity highways. Any place having regular telephone service or any vehicle having mobile equipment can originate or receive a call. In the case of a call from a vehicle, it is transmitted from the car to the nearest of the several station receiving antennas. These are connected by telephone lines to the base station. By having several receiving antennas, it is ensured that the reception from mobile units having relatively low-powered transmitters and antennas close to the ground will not be blocked by high buildings. After the call reaches the receiving station antenna, it is handled like a regular telephone call. The return message, that is the base station end of the call, goes out over a telephone line to a transmitter which is powerful enough to cover the entire city from a single, high, centrally located antenna. Here in an automobile, a transmitter unit and a receiver unit are being compactly and neatly installed. The flexible antenna is mounted on top of the vehicle, or in the case of trucks, on the side toward the rear. The control unit is simple to operate. Mobile calls are received on antennas like this. Then they are carried to the receiver. From the receiver, they go by telephone wires to the control terminal. Then to the central office switchboard, and thereafter being handled as ordinary calls. Throughout the country, mobile telephone stations are being expanded to become links in a nationwide network.